Chelsea 2, Arsenal 2. I thought I'd come on here and do this live because there's a lot that I'm not happy about. I thought that was an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. I can't sit there and lie and believe that there was anything out of that result that I thought was anything other than shambolic. And I just feel like that is a loss, if I'm honest. There's nothing I can say that's positive about that performance. People look at it and say that it's a point that we gained. It's a point. It's better than nothing. No, it was poor. And it's a bit of a shock to me because I looked at the team news and I was happy. We had our best 11 other than Jorginho. So it's just really got me down because I look at it and I think that is a game we should be winning. Chelsea were nothing special. Nothing. I didn't look at them and go, wow, they're going to pepper our goal. They're going to be too good for us. Look at how beautiful their play is. They gave us a lot of chances. We didn't capitalise on them. They made mistakes. We didn't capitalise on them. We had unbelievable amount of passes that just were misplaced, some of which were from about 2, 3 or 4 yards. That's how poor it was. I don't think anybody had an amazing game today. The only players I can look at with any form of positivity are Gabriel, Declan Rice in the second half when he went to a 6. Maybe Trossard and Martinelli are the other two that can probably walk off and say, fair play, we tried. Obviously, Trossard scored the goal. Martinelli was the only real threat. Saka set up the goal, but he was poor. Jesus was woeful today. I thought most of our defence was bang average at best. Zinchenko was appalling. Had to get subbed again. Ben White, very poor game. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't got much for you other than negativity today. And I get told that I'm negative and I'm toxic quite a lot. So maybe people will just get used to it now. But I can't sit there and lie and say how fantastic it is to get a point today, how we should all be really happy and how we should all get behind the team because they've showed mental strength and resilience and bounce back ability. Come on. Let's be real. We were poor. Let's just have it as it is. Mikel Arteta, don't know what the game plan was today. Tactically lacking fluidity with, let's be real, a strong 11. Even without Partey, you've got Jorginho in there. The rest of the team is our best. And that's what's really worrying is this season we've managed to get through games without playing our best 11. Finally, we put them together today. They look like they hadn't played with each other. Maybe that's what it is. They haven't played each other for so long. But I just think this controlling the game and possession-based football and don't be so fluid, just keep it all calm and keep it all... But it don't always work. And I think sometimes you've got to try and look at the creativity where you can just go and pepper teams. And I think with the press that Chelsea showed, we knew straight away that we weren't going to be able to just sit back the whole time and let them press us and let them pressure us. I was really disappointed. They had a couple of chances within the first 10 minutes where Zinchenko just gives the ball away. I think it was Rice gives the ball away. They don't capitalise. And then there's the penalty incident, which I think is a penalty. I don't think it's a penalty in my old school mind, but in 2023, it's a penalty. You jump up. You don't jump up like this. You don't jump up like this, but you do sometimes jump up like that. Unfortunately, Saliba's really put his hand out. I mean, it's like out here. So I don't really see how we can't, in this day and age, give a penalty for that. But I'm all for debating it if you really want to. That didn't really bother me. That didn't even annoy me. What annoyed me more was how poor we were playing. Cole Palmer, Raheem Sterling, Mudryk all caused problems in terms of their press. Cole Palmer was really impressive today, I thought. Slots the ball home and we're 1-0 down. We get into half time and I think, right, what's he going to do? Arteta's got to get into these because they ain't woken up. Can't keep hold of the ball. We can't get passes to each other. Then what happens? What happens is Zinchenko comes off because he's on a yellow card and he's had a shocker. Yet again, defensively poor. Tomiyasu comes on and I'm like, do you know what? Turkish weren't a fan of it sitting with me, but actually I weren't so bad with it because Zinchenko was so poor. And I think where Turkish was saying was that he basically thought that we weren't going to be as fluid if we bought Zinchenko off, but we weren't fluid with him. So he comes off. And straight away we're 2-0 down. And we're 2-0 down because the player that we apparently wanted has crossed the ball, got it completely wrong, and it's gone in. That's basically what's happened. Now, the reason it's gone in is because we've got David Raya in goal, who's having yet again another shocker. His positioning is all over the place. He's decided to kick the ball out to Cole Palmer, straight into basically in line with him. I saw about 5, I think I counted 6, but I might have counted one twice, where he just kicked the ball out of play. Not kick the ball out of play because of danger, just try to find players. His kicking is better apparently than Ramsdale's. Gone straight out. This is not an upgrade on Aaron Ramsdale, and I thought it would have been. When we signed him, I thought, yeah, I get it. Matt Turner's gone. He said he wants first team football. We ain't going to stand in his way. Let's go get David Raya then. I'm happy with that. 2 goalkeepers, they both compete for it. How he's dealt with this, though, is poor. And unfortunately, this is his mess he's got to sort out. And I think, and I've put a poll in the chat, what do we do with this now? What does Mikel do? Does he drop Raya? I think he should. And 82% of you believe that he should be dropped. So, listen, I don't really get what he's doing for that goal. And when you get lobbed, right? When you get lobbed and you're looking behind you and the ball's in the net, you're blaming the goalkeeper. I don't care what anybody tells me. I said the same for Seaman against Ronaldinho and Naeem from the halfway line. I said the same for Aaron Ramsdale last season when he got lobbed in the Europa League game against Sporting Lisbon. So I'm going to say the same for David Raya. And people will say, oh, he wasn't at fault for any of the goals today. He was definitely at fault for that one. You know, commentary, I've just listened to the commentary and they were like, oh dear, he's got it all wrong. He's an absolute howler there. Not confident, not comfortable. And I thought I would be. I really thought I would be. I thought I was going to be talking about David Raya in the first few games going, I feel sorry for Ramsdale, but bloody hell, he's better, isn't he? He's so much better. The ball's going back now. I'm not as confident. I think he's lacking confidence now. It's got to his head a bit. It's all gone a bit wrong in goal. Now, some people might say we're overreacting. We didn't lose the game. He stays in. Don't drop him. I need to see him dropped for one reason and one reason only. Consistency. Ramsdale's been dropped because apparently he's not better than Raya. Well, he's proven at the moment that he ain't better than Ramsdale. So how about we just get the player in that did keep us and put us into a title race and into Champions League football? That's what should be happening. In my opinion, Ramsdale is the one that should have been in goal until he does what David Raya is doing right now. Otherwise, you keep him in. And that's what competition of goalkeepers is about, right? It should be 2 goalkeepers, 2 right backs, 2 left backs, 4 centre backs. It goes on. And they're all competing for it. They're knocking on the door. Zinchenko, shocking. Tomiyasu when you come. David Raya, shocking. Ramsdale when you come. That's the way it should be. And that's the way elite sports should be. It shouldn't be, keep these players in for 5-6 games, see if they turn their form around. Nah, man. Not at all. Not at all. So I don't personally feel, and this is harsh as well, by the way, from Richard. And who cost us a title? Will you actually believe that Ramsdale cost us a Premier League title? Do you not think he saved us? I can think of 7 world-class saves in the last 2 seasons that Ramsdale's made. So I'm not having that, man. He's made mistakes, and rightly so. When Raya makes mistakes, we call it out, and we say, Ramsdale's out, Raya, you're in. And now it should be Raya. Too many mistakes, man. This is the mentality of us. So we're bringing him in now. So for me, if Ramsdale kicks the ball out against Southampton, then you bring Raya in if you want to. If Raya comes in and he starts getting lobbed and he starts kicking the ball out to the strikers, then I'm sorry, that's the way it works. So, Richard's a Spurs fan. Fair enough. That makes sense. Listen, I want to call out a player today, and people are going to get on my back for it because they think I hate him. Let me first of all say that I love this player. Technically, I think he's one of the best. He's certainly the best we've got in the team, technically. I think he has done wonders in the last couple of years. And I also believe that he has shown that he can lead by example. He's proven he can score goals. He's proven he can assist goals. But wow, has he been poor over the last few games. Martin Ødegaard, I think I said it on the fan cam earlier on AFTV. I know it's not Halloween yet, but he's putting in a great ghost performance, was what my words were. He is disappearing. He is invisible. And as a captain, it's rare that you sub your captain. This guy's getting hooked all the time. I thought he was poor against Spurs. I thought he was poor against City. He was poor today. I mean, he was more than poor today. When's the last time Ødegaard had a good game? Was it Bournemouth away? I think it was. How was that? 5 weeks ago? I'm sorry. Like, I'm getting a little bit annoyed with him again. And people think I have it in for him. I do this with other players, by the way. Zinchenko is another one that can sometimes have a bit of a frustration of mine. But come on, man. Ødegaard, it's a wet, rainy night. You don't fancy it, you disappear. You're going to get hooked. I thought that there were a few tonight that really let everybody down. And we got away with one in terms of the result. But we didn't deserve it. And people will say, yeah, we did. We fought back with a better team and nearly won it. We were absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. I'm sorry. I know people want to say that we were really showed fight and character and mentality is unbelievable. Never say die attitude. It was 2-0 down against Chelsea. This isn't Mourinho's Chelsea. This is Chelsea that can't get in the top half of the table right now. They're gelling together. They're a new side. How many of their players can get into ours? A couple. Maybe you look at their fullbacks on their day. If they're fit, James and Chilwell. Maybe you can debate whether Enzo and Caicedo can come in and play a position if Partey isn't about. But other than that, we're really far ahead of them. So we shouldn't be 2-0 down. I just got so frustrated by it. I can't lie. We need to bounce back from this. Apparently Sevilla got a draw today to Real Madrid, which is not good because we've got them next. And I want to see Ramsdale and goal on Tuesday night. And if we see any changes, then I only want to see a couple. We've got Sheffield United next weekend, which is a must-win game at the Emirates. And I want to see us playing strong sides in the next couple of games because we're going to need it. That team should not be 2-0 down against Chelsea. Everyone was excited. Oh, Jesus, Martinelli and Saka are back. We're going to be fluid. We're going to be creative. We're going to be scoring goals. Everyone's predicting 3 or 4s to go past Chelsea. Didn't happen. Oh, Partey, Rice and Ødegaard. Jorginho, Rice and Ødegaard it was. But let's be real. Didn't really work, did it? Rice had to drop down into the 6 because he weren't that impressive in 8 because it just wasn't working. Not just him. It just wasn't working. So, unfortunately, guys, I'm not a happy boy. I had to come on here, rant and rave. I had to explain why I'm not a happy boy. And I have confidence we can pick this up and bounce back. It's not a 4-0 defeat like some people might think it is. Doom and gloom, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes we have to just explain how we feel and why we feel that way. It's not about being toxic or negative. It's about saying it how it is, yeah? Let's say it how it is. Ødegaard's a top player. He played poor tonight. Oh, wow. Keep crying, people. What a crime that is. He played poorly. And I'm calling him out. David Raya deserves to be dropped. Oh, how toxic and negative. He does. He has been poor for the last few couple of games. Just say it how it is. It might be that the next time that I watch Arsenal, Ødegaard gets a hat-trick. It might be that David Raya continues in goal, makes world-class saves. I'll say it how it is there as well. I'll big them up. But sometimes you can't always big up Arsenal. You can't always big up the manager. Because what I always find frustrating is we have a situation of Mikel Arteta, what a genius. He beat Manchester City. None of the players did. Mikel Arteta did. Today, players got it wrong. It can't be that. It can't be like that. It's got to be the players played well and the manager got it spot on, or the players were poor and the manager didn't get it right. And unfortunately, that's where we are at right now. We have got that situation happening in front of our eyes. Mikel Arteta didn't get it right. There was no game plan. There was no style of play today. I don't think there was any free-flowing football. I don't think we were defensively solid. Well, it's an insult if we were supposed to be defensively solid today. There was a lot that went wrong. We need to bounce back. We need to bounce back quick because it's only going to be a couple of days all the time now. Every few games. It's not one of these 1 games a week. Play back on Saturday, got to wait another week and rest and get ready and recover. No, there's no recuperation. We're flying out to Sevilla for the next 48 hours and we're going to be going over there to see exactly what they're all about. And we need to win. If we're confident about winning this group, we need to win. And then it's about Sheffield United. And then I believe we have Sevilla at home. And then it's Burnley at home. No, it's not. It's Newcastle. We've got West Ham as well. We've got Burnley. This isn't going to be easy. This isn't going to be easy in the next coming weeks. So when we're going and having games like that, I'm sorry. Do that against Newcastle, who apparently have scored 21 goals in 4 games. Play like that against Newcastle. Dare ya. 4-1. Easy. Maybe even 5-1. Play like that. Absolute shambles. And people are lapping it up, saying, oh, well, we got a point. Don't matter. Let's move on. Off to Sevilla we go. Let's just move on. We're still unbeaten. The Invincibles is still on. I can't deal with all that positivity. I'm afraid it's toxic positivity as far as I'm concerned. Let's just say it how it is. We had a bad night. And if we turn up like that again, it'll be a problem. So let's hope we don't. That's the way I see it. I'm going to leave it there, people. I was going to take some questions tonight, but I wanted to do a short stream just to give you an opinion of where I'm at right now. And I'm just not happy. I can't lie. I'm not happy with that performance whatsoever. And I need to see something different. I need it to bounce back. And let's hope that it does. Make sure you do me a favor. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're already a part of the channel. If you're not, please subscribe. And then, we can grow as a community. We'll see you next time. Take it easy. And as always, up the Arsenal. Latest, people.